Hello, 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 hello. It's 7 o'clock in England, where I am right now. I'm not entirely sure what time it is where you guys are, but that means it's Friday and we're back crafting with me, your favorite kaiju's favorite kaiju. Lawson, how's everybody doing? Oh, I see people in the chat already. This is lovely. I hope people can hear me because I'm just getting straight into this. I'm going to say hellos. Hello, Jacoped. Hello, Mickle. Hello, Julianne. Hello, Shadowstar. Hello, Joseph. Hello, Jekka. How are we all doing tonight? Are we doing good? Or the afternoon? Or the morning? Time is weird and means less with every passing day, which is strange because if time is meaningless, why are days passing? I'm going to confuse myself and my smooth brain with these wrinkled thoughts. So we're just going to get right into this. Oh, Jack, yeah, no, I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well. I had, yeah, took last week off just to get some shit done, and it was good. I'm ready to get back into it because we've been doing, we did a lot of, gunpla building, and that was fantastic. I love that. That was so much fun. But I want to get back into the painting, so we're going to do some painting. I'm going to paint something that's a little bit different. I realize I actually looking back on it and things. I don't paint Warhammer all that often. Sometimes I do on the stream. I paint it at home in the other place where I paint. But we're not gonna paint something Warhammer related. We're gonna paint something from a different miniatures war game. And this one's called. I mean, the thumbnail gave it away. Conquest: The Last Argument of Kings. I've spoken about it in the past. Great fun game. Mechanically, very much like old Warhammer Fantasy battles. You know, rank and flank, that kind of regimental style fighting and combat. Got a real nice feel to it. So we're going to be painting something from Conquest, the High Clone Executor, Executor, Executor. I think it's the Executor. So we're going to paint that, and we'll paint it with some new paints that I got. So it's all new. It's all new. It's all good. Gonna have a good time. So it's a little bit of show and tell, and a little bit of painting, and a bit of chill, and we'll have our usual chats, see how everyone's doing. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a very good time. Right. So first things third, the beverage of this evening. Monster Energy Ultra Paradise. Pop that bad boy. Ah. Hey, Darren. And, pop to a shop. Yeah, you can get your shop run. No, that's fine. It's cool. We'll still be here when you get back. You want to paint along? You'll have to let me know what you're painting. Delicious canned anxiety. That's what I need. That's what I need. Also, you'll notice I have changed my camera setup slightly, so it's not top down. It's from the side. It's from the side. You can see here. Here's the side. So it's all very, very, very exciting stuff. Still trying to get that sponsorship. I mean, it's an open goal for them if they start sponsoring me. You know, Monster, drunk by a monster. Or on hot chocolate. Lovely. I haven't had a hot chocolate in ages. So we will get to the paints first, because this is something a little bit, something a bit special here. Got myself some paints from Monument Hobbies, who are a fantastic, fantastic paint company. They do a whole range called Pro Acryl. Getting that there, so you can see that. So I picked up expansion set 3 because they've got a huge range of paints, but I saw these and I was like, right, I want to get these. And very kindly, we now have an affiliate link for Monument Hobbies. So it's at no extra cost to yourself. If you just use the link that I've put in the description and use our code Let's Dice at checkout, you get 10% off, and we get a little kickback to ourselves at no extra charge, and it just helps the channel, and that'd be great. So yeah, if you want to check that out. So with this, you don't get these. These are just my these are my paints. These are Vallejo. I use these for white and black. So with this expansion, you get expansion set. You get 9 paints. I've had to play around with some of them because I was very excited. They all come in a nice, very nice box. I love this. You know, I like a bit of presentation. You find you shake more when you drink an energy drink. I drink way too much caffeine, and at this point, it's just not really affecting me anymore. I know it's been commented that I've had an energy drink at like 11 or midnight, and then like 20 minutes later, I'm like, see you later, I'm going to bed. And then there's other times where I've had an energy drink and I've just gone like, everything is terrible, everything is out to get me. Jesus Christ, why can't I come down? Like, my fat monkey heart is now stuck on hummingbird. So it's a mixed bag with me and caffeine. So yeah, these lovely, nice little dropper bottles, 22 mils, so quite big amount of paints. So yeah, we're gonna have a play around with these. And for the model itself, this bad boy here, High Clone Executor. And so we've got him already primed, ready to go. That's looking a bit washed out. Let's see what I can do about that. Oh god. Oh god, no, I'm just gonna. No, I'm gonna have to monkey around with those settings later. We'll work with what we've got. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You can still see it, so we're hot to trot. All good. All right. Even got cracking out the wet palette, because I am fancy, as Jack has said. I'm a fancy, fancy boy. So, wet palette. Put you over there for now. And we'll stay. Yep. Blinded by the light and my incompetence. Oh. So we'll just set up the old wet palette. Whoa. That's probably way too much white that I'm gonna need, but hey. Some black. And we'll go. Put you over there. I probably should have done this beforehand, but hey. Exactly, exactly. We've got to respect the old traditions here. Lots of colours. Oh yeah, I can't forget Huggins, man. The goodest boy. Oh. So what's everyone getting up to this weekend? Out or out? Oh, that's a line of colour now. Getting a workout as well. Yeah, shake your paints. Fantastically, these do come with agitators in them, so I didn't have to pop them open. Although I was a bit confused at first because they come with a bit of a like a seal over the bottle. So I was like shaking them, and I was like, "No one's coming out." Shaking them more. No one's coming out. And then I popped the top, and I was like, "Ah, I'm an idiot." I expect to work tomorrow. Ah, work followed by more work. Ah, sucks, Jackapad, man. I know you work damn hard. Oh, fantastic. Patrick Lawson, hellishly cool name, has just become a member. Thank you very much, you absolute champion. Welcome to the hallowed halls of my very dear monsters and mechas. Oh, I like this colour already. That's a good one. What's this one called? Burnt sienna. Oh, hope it's not made of like actual burnt, like sienna miller or something. Right, so I'll move these out of the way. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Lovely, lovely, nice. There we go. There we go. Oh, I'll rearrange myself there. Stay indoors this weekend to crunch on a final piece for college. Got 2 A3 works to do by Tuesday. Oh, you can do it, buddy. You can do it. Alright, so we go here. I'll play around with I got a new brush, so we'll play around with the new brush. Right, so I'm feeling stupidly fancy, and I'm thinking I'm going to try something I've never tried before. It's easier to move this camera, move it with this tripod and this side, the side view and everything like that. Smooth brain for smooth thoughts, frictionless thinking. That's what I got going on up here. So yes, I was feeling a bit fancy, and I was thinking to myself, you know what? I might actually attempt something that I've never attempted before in my entire painting career, and that was like non-metallic metal effects. And why not do it on stream, live, with an audience? Because sure, I work well under pressure. That was a lie. I don't. So I'll take a little sippy. So I watched some stuff and thought, yeah, I can probably give it a bit of a crack, and we'll see how it goes. So here goes nothing. So I already did kind of like a pre-shade. It's not showing up on the camera too well. I mean, you can kind of see the color, but I did a bit of a pre-shade with the black blue that's there. So some of the work might be done for me already a little bit. I don't have to base coat as much. I don't know. Let's find out. Yes, if it goes wrong, it'll really go wrong. And anybody that thinks is like, ah, he's an all right painter, is that there Lawson? Will be like, no, this is terrible. So we'll do a splodge of that. Splodge of that. down slightly. So let's see how it goes. Better. So I'm going to mainly focus on this this shoulder, but that's too dark already. Exactly, Gibson. If I'm going to embarrass myself, I might as well do it with a crowd. So I'm just going to try. Do. See how this. See, I said I watched a bunch of videos on like non-metallic metals and whatnot, and I'm just like, suddenly I've just completely forgotten everything that I've watched on those videos, and I'm just like, well, here we go. We'll play it by ear. We'll see how it goes. We'll push some paint around. We'll see what happens. We'll have a good time either way. Hey, Gimli. Um, what have I been watching? What have I been watching? Watched American Gods and what's that other one? Final Table, I think it's called. It's a like Netflix cooking show that Mikey put me onto. It's very good. Okay, maybe that's. Oh, here she goes. that is exactly how I felt Jackaped. Like it was such a big gap between like season one and season two, and then season two and season three. I'd almost forgotten about it. It was like two or three episodes in before before like Amazon reminded me. But yeah, it's been a pretty good season so far. Like, hmm, maybe I should have started by sketching in these values, but yeah, you know what? It's a trial and error process, so we're having a good time. Like I said, I can't actually remember what I'm doing, so. Oh, Sandman's fantastic. That was one of my favorite comics growing up. Like basically, I'm wholesale consumed pretty much anything on the Vertigo imprint. Sketch. Oh, actually, that's working a lot better. Hellblazer, Sandman, Lucifer, they were all absolutely fantastic titles. I think I've still got my final copy of Hellblazer somewhere. I've got quite a few like Hellblazer is my favorite comic of all time. Like character of John Constantine is just a perfect character, but so I've got quite a few signed copies of various issues. But my pride and joy is issue 300, the final issue of Hellblazer. I didn't mind the TV show, all in all. I mean, it was a shame that they didn't manage to like do what I was hoping, which is like actually, follow the comics. But it's not too bad as like a police procedural kind of thing with a bit of a twist. You know. So, kind of playing it by ear at this point. What have I done? Just I'll move that out of the way. Otherwise I'll keep elbowing that. Yeah, so what I'm doing here is I'm just sort of, I guess it's called a sketching stage. So I'm just sketching out where I think that the light's going to be hitting the various parts of this, these arm panels and whatnot, and like this big ass executioner's blade that he's got. And all I'm doing for that is I'm just sort of turning it into the light so I can kind of see where there's a bit of a shine from the primer. It's not an exact science, but that's because I'm not a scientist. But what is quite lovely about these Pro Acryl paints is that I'm thinning these within an inch of their life and they're still giving me decent coverage. I like the commitment to the aesthetic. Shadow Star. So you can kind of see here what I've started doing. I should probably do a bit more on the blade, if I'm being honest. Well, there's no point there'd be no real point putting any of his siblings in the first season, because the first season really should be him getting his artifacts back. At least that's what I would do. But I'm not a writer. I'm barely a painter. Okay. Well, you got to have Dr. Destiny in. Hello, buddy. Good evening. How's it going? Hey, loser. You alright? What's good, y'all? There's many good things. Many good things. Currently talking about Sandman adaptation that's in the works. So that should be pretty cool. I think it's I think HBO Max are looking to do another Hellblazer show, but they're looking to recast John. And I'm like, Matt Ryan's perfect. Why do you need to cast a new one? Oh, cheeky bit of Photoshop, is it? Lovely. So yeah, let's get this. Let's get this scanning. What sort of like like Marvel or DC? Like we'll look at the imprints and stuff like that. But what do you think would make a good adaptation? You know, because stuff like the Umbrella Academy's been good. Lock and Key's been pretty good. The Boys has done gangbusters. What else do you think? What else do you think will do well? You see, I always love more Constantine. I was very happy when they brought him into the fold for Legends of Tomorrow, because that's a good place for him to be, just with a bunch of madcap weirdos. Okay, so we've got the basics of, like, it's very choppy, but the basic idea is there. So what we'll do is we'll try glazing just to blend them together a bit, because it's very messy at the moment. There we go. And that's a good glaze consistency, I reckon. I think we may well see Justice League Dark one day. Oh, hang on, that's not on. That is still the king of DC products right now, is their animated movies. They're just fun. I mean, they're fun, they're entertaining. I remember The Losers. Yeah, that was a pretty decent movie actually in the end. Like, it wasn't perfect, but pretty fun in places, which is what you want. Very young Chris Evans. Ooh. Yeah, the animated stuff is always like it kind of confuses me because you just kind of like, well, do that. Do that, but people. Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and Part 2 was fantastic. That was a really good one. Do apologise, I am a crunchy boy. Very crunchy boy. So we got some of the blending kind of going a bit. But now I've made it too dark in places. So I see that this is going to be a war of going back and forth a lot. But that is kind of the fun. Yeah, the Arrowverse has been. I've been hooked since Arrow. I sat down and started watching it, and I was just like, hey, you know what, this is really good. I'm having a great time with this, so I shall continue to watch this. And here we are, like some 8, 9 years later. I haven't started watching the new season of The Flash though, which I really need to. I never watched Teen Titans Go actually. I think it was like by the time Teen Titans Go came out, I was like, I don't think it's for me. It's not really like I'm not the demographic they're aiming for, and that's fine. Oh, let's have a look here. So yeah, this is a lot of backing and forthing, but it's kind of cool. Kind of like it. Because most of my painting style is just very garish. Like, so something a bit more subtle could be a nice change of pace. And it's always good to just try and improve your skills. much Destiny. I have been playing a fair amount of Destiny. I've been really loving the season of the Chosen. The Hello, Crazy Doug. They are, of course, only the most extreme of extreme highlights. Um, so extreme, in fact, that tonight I've decided live in front of a studio audience that I'm going to attempt something that I've never done before, and we're doing non-metallic metal. It's it's going, it's going. We're having a good time. But yes, Destiny, Season the Chosen, absolutely balls to the wall. Love it. I love the story. I love the gameplay mechanics. I love the loot cycle. I love the guns. And I love the aesthetic. Not too crazy on the Titan hat, but I've made peace with my gods that the Titans, they're always going to do the Titans dirty when it comes to cosmetics. And that's okay because us Titans are big dumb idiots. The only wisdom that we can give any of you is punch. I've caused so many, like I've caused myself to die so many times purely based on just getting punch drunk and just running around hammering people. It's the best. Yeah, I think all in all, the seasonal armor isn't great, but can't win them all. Can't win them all. Nor should you. Otherwise, what would be the point? So, Crazy Doug, what have you been working on, my dude? Crazy Doug is a very, very good painter, and if you've not seen his stuff, you should check him out on the Twitters and the Insta Googles and all that kind of stuff. Oh God, yeah, yeah. This is the only guy this is the only guy in the Spire's army that is going to get any form of like non-metallic metal treatment because uh, Conquest it's huge. Like Conquest is a very big game, and well, I say it's big in the sense of like standard units come in like blocks of like 12 and 24 from what I've noticed. So I'm not doing on a block of like 24 archers. I'm not doing non-metallic metal on them. Like I'm dumb, but I ain't that dumb. Hmm. Excuse me. Oh, the bow is amazing. Ural Ventress, nice. I was on the fence about picking him up, but like in the end, I was just like, why? Because like he's just gonna be like one Ultramarine that I paint, and he's a good model though. Oh, Skaven. I've been having a good time, like just like getting amongst like Skaven lore and just Skaven in general. I enjoy them. So I am edging ever closer to get myself some Skaven. I'll probably get a box of Storm Fiends or something like that at some point because they are my favourite Skaven unit by far. Oh, not at all, darn mate. So how long have I been painting? Let's see. Like I got into the hobby when I was like I don't know how old I was. I was a kid. I think I was still in I might have just started secondary school or I was still in primary school. It was third edition. That's when I first got introduced to Warhammer. I was terrible. I was absolutely awful because I was a child with absolutely like no fine motor skills whatsoever, and I couldn't understand the things that I read. Maths is difficult for me. Um, So I don't really count that as my start because I know some people being like, "Oh, I was around for third edition and then I took a 20-year break and now I'm back." It's like you didn't take a 20-year break, you gave up and then you tried it again. Um, I got into it again around sixth edition, Dark Vengeance. Dark Vengeance was when I got into it because me and a buddy went halfers on Dark Vengeance, and I just sat down like Dark Vengeance. So it was a box set. It was the starter box set at the time. It was the Dark Angels versus Chaos, Crimson Slaughter, I think it was that they were calling themselves. Um, so I sat down and just started painting the Dark Angels. You know, got the paints that I needed and started going. And I was like, oh man, remembering back to when I was a kid. Also, I had this whole thing when I was at school that I was heavily discouraged back in school from doing any kind of art or creative outlet whatsoever. So kind of the idea of painting, I had a lot of hang-ups about it. So I'd like sit quietly, like just sort of by myself, and I'd just be like, and then I'd bring it over to my mate's house on the weekend when we were like learning how to play the game. Just between the two. Well, there was a couple of us because one of my mates already had armies and stuff. Um, so we get there, and I bring him in and things, and people were just like, "Oh, you know what? That's like, oh, that's really good." And I was like, "What?" And I was like, I'm not blowing like smoke in my ass, but at the time, none of us were painters or anything like that. We were just dickheads that slapped wet paint on stuff and kind of pushed it around a bit. But I was painting it. I was just like, oh, you know, this is actually like once I got over my hang-ups and things, just kept painting it, and that would have been like so. Yeah, it was whenever sixth edition was kind of a was it sixth or fifth edition? It might have been fifth actually. It was the first round of the Dark Vengeance box set. I remember that. So if anyone can remember when that came out, that's when I got back in. I want to say about maybe 2013, maybe 2012. Oh, couldn't have been that. Jesus, I don't know. I want to say it's been a while. I've been painting for a long while, and I have breaks on and off. Like I painted for a while, and then kind of fell out with it because like didn't have the money, didn't really have the drive or the ambition or anything like that to do anything like to do any painting. Went through a series of like problems in my own personal life, and then I came back to it. Probably I never left it. Like I always I kept all my paints, I kept my models, everything like that. And then kind of like sort of moved house, moved into a new place, and I was having a wander around town, passed by the Games Workshop, and there's this big thing out there. This big thing is like the Age of Sigmar, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And I go in, and before I knew it, I'd come out with the starter set of Age of Sigmar because I'd learned. The guy in the shop showed me how to play the game. I understood the game. I was into it within like 20 minutes of a demo. And I was like, this is fantastic, and get on board with this again because 40k was very confusing. It's why I didn't really go back because I was like, well, I'm painting stuff, but why am I painting an army when I'm not playing them because I don't understand it? So Age of Sigmar really helped me to like focus myself into what I wanted to do with painting. And then over time, I've just discovered that there's stuff that isn't Games Workshop that you can paint, and that's pure madness. But yeah, so I'd say I've been like solidly painting since probably about 2011. I want to say. I don't know. I can't really remember. Good luck. Some RPG books I ordered 3 weeks ago just shipped during your live stream. Hey, good stuff. What'd you order? Is it Pathfinder? I know you're a fan of the Pathfinder, Jeremy. Ooh, okay, a bit more. get a bit daring here and get some white in here. Nice stuff. Do enjoy playing. I've only played the one game of Pathfinder, and that was Kingmaker with Chief Judge Fish. That was great fun. Ooh, we can go a bit brighter. Ooh, I love a good new adventure path. And if anybody's got any painting or hobby questions, anything like that, I am game for it. Hello, Pond Maiden. Welcome to the Hobby Hangout. Stuff online. See you later, Jackaped. It's lovely to have you, mate. Take care of yourself. Don't work too hard. I'll find out. Ooh. So, there we go. Oh, that's too much. Just playing around here. How you doing, Pond Maiden? You having a good one? I hope so. Now, Pond Maiden is an excellent painter. So check her out on the Insta Googles and the Twitterins as well. Yes, I am attempting non-metallic metal for the very first time in my my life, live here on Live and Let's Dice. I have never done non-metallic metal. I'm kind of having fun with it. Like, I suppose I've kind of got into the zone, so I was like, not updating you here with the progresses. So this is what we've kind of got going on so far. It's not too bad, not too bad. So using Monument Hobbies Pro Acryl line of paints. These bad boys here. There's nothing this man can't do. Let's put them there so in case. And a bit of a shameless plug. Not sponsored, but they have given us an affiliate link. So if you want to get your hands on some Pro Acryl paints, there's a link in the description. It's no extra cost to yourself. We just get a little bit of a kickback, and it just helps out the channel, which is always nice. And there's also a discount code for your first order. If you use Let's Dice, you get 10% off at checkout. We're currently working on. Hopefully, we'll have something for. I mean, I think they ship worldwide, but might be getting set up with something for a UK distributor as well. Do any guides? What do you mean, Doug? Like, I read some guides about non-metallic metal, and I completely forgot them when I sat down. Yeah, when I sat down to paint these, I was like, I don't remember. Guys, who was it that I watched? Because the chap on, who was it? There's one I can't remember his name now, and that's irritating because I like to give people credit at these things. If you just search on YouTube, NMM explained in 5 minutes, he he gave a great rundown of it, and that's kind of what I'm working from memory. I probably should have watched that video more than once. But as for me personally, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just playing it by ear. You should. No, it's I won't hammer the link too much. I'll just leave it there in the description for people. I'm just I'm just sort of happy that like this weird dumbass from the arse end of Newcastle got himself an affiliation with a paint company. Can you believe it? I cannot. Demon. Oh, non-metallic metal demon skin. Oh, I bet that. Like, Doug, I've seen your work and it's fucking amazing. So I bet that looks good. But I can also entirely understand why you'd be like, I'm never doing that again. Because already just going back and forth with this, I'm kind of like, this may be the only non-metallic metal I ever do unless I'm getting paid top dollar to do it. I'm also reasonably proud of myself because usually when I sit down to do any kind of painting project, I'm like 2 colors in, I'm just like, I've filled the wet palette just full of nonsense. So I'm quite proud of that. Oh yeah. Oh, most of the paint sets are out of stock. Oh, nightmare. Oh, I'm sure there'll be a restock soon enough. Like you just keep your eye out. I know they do a good thing where you can do custom bundles. So I think if you buy a bundle of like 8 paints, you get a discount, something like that. I think. Oh, Green Stuff World's Liquid Frost, man. Big fan of that. think, because I'm going to sit down over the next week or so, have a play around with the liquid frost properly, and then maybe stick a little review on the channel of it. Because I was thinking about doing something on the stream with it, but it takes literally hours for it to dry, and I'm still playing around with it. I don't get great effects every time. Ooh, what I've just remembered, absolutely nothing to do with painting or anything like that, but it's to do with Live and Let's Dice, is if you're not already part of it, get yourself on the Discord, because I think people are doing a bit of a games night tonight and tomorrow night, playing like Among Us and various different things like that. So I think Mikey's going to be kicking around for that. I'll probably be pottering around. Be a good one. So yeah, come join the Discord, play some games, have a good time. Is it random? See, I don't know whether it's random or whether it's the surfaces. Right, hang on. I'll grab something and I'll show you. Try not to kill myself here. Where are you? There you go. Oh. Right. So, with the liquid frost, he says he's putting his fingers all over it. So you've got something like this, where it's worked. It's worked really well. You know, it does look sort of nice and frosty. Is that going to focus anymore? Probably not. Come on, you. Doing like the right. Okay, so yours. Just... All right. Okay, so that's as far as you're gonna go. Yeah. So it's worked there. You can see where it's had some good times. But then, like on this one, it's worked well. Like on the chest and on the shield, but the skull itself. I'm gonna get right up in there, see if that focuses you. Come on. Sometimes we have a good time with this, and other times we don't. Never mind. But yeah, with the skull, it's not worked too well. So I think it's something to do with like more rounded surfaces. I think it works better on flatter surfaces. Because then there's this where it gets to the light. So I've put a bit of it here, and it's kind of like a lot of it broke off in transit, but you can kind of see it frosty on the ground there, stripped. And then I wanted to give him like a frosty mace, and it just kind of looks like a sugar puff. And Jules had a similar situation, but his was on a frost axe. But you can layer it up. It's an odd one, because when I say you layer it up, what you do is that you put a layer on, let it dry and crystallize. Then you can add another layer to it. It will melt, like it'll rehydrate the previous layer. But it works. It builds. It creates new bigger crystals once it dries again. So it is definitely something that you can put on quite thick, but not overly thick. There's a sweet spot, and I'm playing with it, trying to see where I can get. So yeah, all in all, it's really fun to use. It's very fun and very easy to use, but just figuring out that little sweet spot with it. It's like a lot of stuff that I've noticed with Green Stuff World. They make absolutely amazing things, but they do try and, I don't know, in a lot of the product videos they try and make it seem like it's just sort of like a straight application and then that's it. And I always feel like that's a little bit disingenuous. Sometimes you gotta play around with it a little bit, or like do something with it, or like understand how it dries or how it'll work on certain paints or over certain coverages. But that's I would definitely recommend it. Is something because it's only like it's a couple of quid. Like yeah, it's like a couple of quid for 17 ml. Drop a bottle of it. You don't tend to use like a lot of it, and yeah, playing around with it, you can see what kind of effects you can get. And it's really good. Now we're gonna get very, very fine. Oh no, that's not right. It should be in the. Nope. No, that's fine. This is why we do these things, so we learn. Steady. But actually, well, I do have it here. There is one thing from Green Stuff World that I've instantly fallen in love with, and that's their fluoro pigments. Like that. That purple is just gorgeous. It's so nice. It's like super matte. It's a little bit, mix it with some Master Medium. Just paint it straight on, like 2 coats. Whew, good stuff. Ah, if I finally broke you, got you to the Discord. It'll be good to have you there, man. too sure about the blade, but I am quite happy with how the shoulder's turning out so far. The shoulder and the helmet's pretty good, I feel. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work, is it? Catch you later, Jeremy, mate. Have a good one, as always. Don't work too hard. I'll find out. So I think I need to do a bit more blending. Hell yeah, man. We need to get get your anybody and everybody get if you've got any like mini painting or any artwork or anything like that. We've got an arts and crafts channel on the Discord. We've got sexy Warhammer photos. We've got like 40k everything like that. Just post it all up. I love like the art and the crafts and the everything, all the creative stuff that people do. It's amazing. Okay, so here I kind of want to just do some glazing again. Oh shit, that's way too much. So you have that sort of small horror moment when you just like, oh, that's way too bright, that's too much, and then you gotta remind yourself that paint dries darker. This has been very therapeutic. I think this is something I'm gonna have to continue with in the future for fun character models and whatnot. Most beautimus. Yeah, so I don't think this has gone too badly as a sort of a trial and error process of like seeing where we're going and what we're doing. It's also good to see what like the limitations of this paint are, and like I said, I can thin this within an inch of its life, and I'm still getting a good time with it. Ah, it's definitely a time sink. It's an enjoyable time sink, though, I find. Yeah, like I haven't actually had a chance to have an actual game of Conquest, and I have like we were very kindly sent quite a bit of stuff. So I think this is something that I am going to stick with because I like the spires. I like the theme of the spires. So it's just finding time to sit down, learn the rules, and then browbeat Mikey into a game. Which is always easier said than done. What Conquest stuff did you pick up? I'm always intrigued to hear what people like, what people have gone for. And I think they've just released, well, they're starting to release the new faction for Conquest. It's like it's their take on the orcs. So like dinosaur riding orcs, which just makes me very happy. tell you what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to at some point get some nice royalty-free music sorted for these streams, because me humming in my head is probably not all that great for you guys sitting in silence while I'm like bent double over this bad boy here. So I'll think of a good topic that we can all have a good chat about. The Snyder Cut. Just thinking back on like DC properties and whatnot. Snyder Cut comes out in a week or so, and I'm excited. Because one, it'll put the whole thing to bed. We all get to see the film that Zack Snyder wanted us to see, and we can all call it quits and go home. Well, stay home. Right. Oh. So yeah, just actually with a bit of glazing, that's come on a lot leaps and bounds. That. So now I'm going to try and darken the shadows a bit, I think, by going the other way. Funny games for the channel. Once I get to grips with the rules and get the armies built and sorted, I think that is definitely something that we'll do. Because me and Mikey were always up for a bit of a scrap, and we're always looking for like new ways to fight with each other. So we'll have ourselves a little Conquest game, film that, put it up on the channel. Ooh. Oh, Minsky donated $5. Just want to pop in, chip in. Oh, thank you very much. For everyone hang along, watching painters makes me a bit anxious. Ah, but love seeing your end products. Oh, well, thank you very much for the donation, buddy. That's really, really, really kind of you. That's awesome. Always big thanks to everybody who tunes in, everybody who subscribes, becomes members, watches the videos, gives it the old thumbs up, shows it to your nana, everything like that. It's absolutely amazing. I get very overwhelmed by these things, and when I get overwhelmed, I kind of shut down a bit. I just kind of go, yes, thank you. still going. Yep. Bringing the chill times. Ah, yes indeed. So chill. I am borderline catatonic at times. Mm. Okay, so I'm mainly focusing just on like the helmet and the shoulder at this point because I think that's where I've done best. So that's what we're focusing on. Ah, fair play, my dude. Fair play. I can understand why that would come with an amount of anxiety then. Mm. Okay. Right. Okay, let's play this by ear and just do a little bit of edge highlighting. Oh, that's too much. Calm down. Well, you know what? If you warned them, that's on them. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Shimmy off there. N4MBR has donated a fiver through Super Chat. Thank you very much. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Right. I think this thing is just freaking out now. I think the Super Chat thing is just freaking out. Yep. Yep. Channel's having a freak out. Everybody stay calm. Stay calm. Pe- People weren't paying it. I wasn't paying it enough attention to the chat, and now it's just having a bit of a fit. Beautiful. So now we're just playing on like extra difficult mode because now it's going to keep doing that for whatever reason, and it's going to keep doing that, and I've got some fine detail work to do. So we're playing on hardcore difficulty. I like it. Ho, 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 ho. You know, I'll give my brush a little wash because I think it's starting to get a bit. Got it. Oh God, how far back is this thing going? Exactly. I've unlocked Grandmaster difficulty. It could sense that it was too easy for me. I was having too much of a good time. Oh, how long did your beard take? I have absolutely no idea. I started growing it a few years ago because it was mainly a depression beard, if I'm being honest. Started life as a depression beard, and then over time, it just became a regular beard. Well, it was a depression beard first, then it was a lazy beard, and now it was just something I kept, and I've had it for the past couple of years. I want to say maybe Had the beard for maybe like 4 years. This is not making life easier, I tell you. Oof. Oh, it's bugging out, yo. So I'll just peace out, Doug. It's always good to see you. Enjoy your Dominoes, my good dude. I'll catch you Starside. You Smith, $5. Oh, happy weekend to you too, Vu man. Cheers very much. Darren, that is a terrible joke, and I love you for it. Happy weekend to you too, Vu man. That's right kind of you. I don't even know how to even remotely try and stop this. So, like, are we catching up or like where are we getting to here? Vu, you've broken the cycle. Thank you very much. It was brilliant. But yeah, he's going back sometime. Like, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Oh, right. Where are we? Okay, so let's have a. Come on, be cool. Focus. There we are. Right, so that's what we've accomplished in 2 hours. I am. Ah, we go. That's a bit better. I'm very proud of that, of the shoulder and the head. Mainly the shoulder. But yeah, no, I think that's pretty good. If I do say so myself, not a bad attempt for the very first time at non-metallic metals. Keep going with that one. I think we'll keep going with the High Clone Executioner or Executor or something like that. I don't know, I can't remember what he's called. I've got the box right here. I'm just not looking at it. But yeah, because it's getting up to 9 o'clock and my belly got the rumbles. I think I might get myself a takeaway. I think that's what the body requires. I've been eating couscous and carrots and celery through the week. I think I've earned myself a nice greasy takeaway. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Uh, mate, it comes with time and practice. That's it. If you've got more time to practice, it comes quicker. Like as we discussed earlier, I've been doing this crap for like nigh on 10 years. So it's learning the basics and the fundamentals. I mean, at some point we'll all have to sit down together, get some paints and brushes and things like that. We'll have ourselves a good like hang out and chill and paint. People got any questions? We'll do like a hobby clinic kind of thing. You got any questions or anything like that? Anything I might be able to answer, and we'll go through it together. I'll do like a little, like I said, little clinic. I'll get some like paints and brushes and things like that, and we'll show off a couple of different techniques. Maybe make an evening of it. I think that'd be fun. It'd be fun. But yeah. So yeah, that's the basics of non-metallic metal, as done by me, very first time. Very happy with this. Thanks to Pro Acryl Paint. I promised the last time I'm going to say it. The affiliate link is in the description of this video. Go check them out if you want to get your hands on some cool paints. But yeah, I will be. I haven't checked, but I think people are doing the cool games on the Discord. And Chinese just right, make yourself well in there. Oh, I mean, I do love Chinese, but I think the body is currently craving the Unico wrap. There is a takeaway that is up the road from me. They do what is called the Unico wrap, and it is just the most beautiful kebab wrap ever for excellent price and maximum deliciosity. But yes, so I think people are doing games night tonight and tomorrow on the Discord, so I shall link that. No, that's the caps lock. Oh, I'm not clicking the right thing here. Come on. We're doing so well. There you go. We get the Discord there, so I think people are playing stuff like Jackbox and Among Us, things like that, having a good time. I know Mikey's going to be getting involved with that. I'm probably going to poke my head in a bit. I'm quite tired and hungry, so I don't know how engaged I will be. But if I don't see you all beforehand, you will see me on Sunday, Sunday, where we will be playing Dungeons and Dragons Part 3 of Voyage of the Fallen Star, called Pillar of the Giants, I believe it's called, and it's going to be awesome. Oh, actually, that reminds me, I got some things to share. I found a little 3D model that I printed off. So there's Mikey's new character, Scampy. You can't see it too well because it's skin coloured and this light's washing it out a bit. But there's all Scampus. But thank you very much for joining. Thank you to everybody who subscribes, is a member. I mean, I love seeing that sea of green. That is so nice. Sea of green names. It's great. Yeah. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other's. Stay fucking metal. That's what I want. Stay fucking metal. And that was a good outro as well. I lost where the thing is to end. And yeah. Peace.